Welcome back to another video. This is the second in the series of painting Cornwall in watercolors. For this video, I'm just using my Schminke Horadam paints, using Fabriano paper, and you can see I've got my board tilted at about a 45-degree angle, just to make it easier to see as I paint, just for video demonstration. So I'm just going in, painting the sky. I don't even know the colours yet. I'm not familiar with the palette that I've got of the Schminke set, but just using, I think it might be an ultramarine blue, so using that in the sea as well. I did the sea while the sky was a bit wet, because there wasn't a definite line for the sea and the sky. And I'm just adding a little bit of masking fluid with, I think it's a blending tool, just the rubber sort of tip. I find that useful to use, just using a little bit of masking fluid for some of the highlights on some of the boats in the middle ground. And then just adding some sand, using yellow ochre and a bit of raw sienna, just to give that sand sort of look. And I want to cover most of this, the land, the hill, with the same colour, just so it gives a nice undertone. So you got some of that colour coming through as I paint. So this is the first wash, and you can see just going in with the second wash of the hill. There's a big hill. I don't know what it is on the top. Some sort of building, some sort of structure. It looks a bit like a lighthouse or something. I don't know what it is. But I'm mixing up. You can see the way I'm painting this hill, this sort of cliff side. I want to add different colours into there, so I'm letting the colours mix on the paper, which I find gives a much fresher feel to the painting. It's much more pleasing than painting, mixing the colours on the palette all the time. So just doing that, dropping in different green, bits of blue, and then even a bit of sepia and Payne's grey. So just going down, just shaping the hill, just following the pencil sketch that I did first. And then I want to cover this building as well. So we'll be going in with a darker colour. There's a bit of grey, really sort of dark, deep colour. There's a bit of a wall and some sort of just where you can see the structure and the landscape. There's a bit of I guess built things, and then I'm just going around painting the rocks. So if you do like this video so far, then please do give us a like. You're welcome to comment. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, then please do consider subscribing. It's completely free. I do post each and every week. And this is just one of the paintings I'm doing for a series of Cornwall. If you didn't know, we've just come back from a week away. We went to Cornwall, and this is actually from a beach, a place called Bude, which is really nice. I really liked it. My son spent a lot of time in the sea. We got him one of these little bodyboards. So we spent a lot of time on this beach. Went a few times. It was the closest beach to where we were staying. We stayed in a place called Launceston. And so it was a little bit inland. So it was probably about half an hour, 40 minutes drive to this place called Bude. You can see how the colours are mixing together on the paper. I do like using this technique. This is one of my favourite things to do when you've got buildings or pretty much anything. You can do this with anything in your painting. Just go in with different colours and just let the colours mix on the paper. It really does give that nice fresh feel to it. It makes things just a little bit more interesting. So that's what I'm doing throughout this painting. Then I've got a little bit of sand, a little bit more sort of land at the bottom of the cliffs and the rocks. So that's the same sort of colour as the sand. It probably is sand. It's quite hard to see. It's quite distant. I'm using this from a reference, a photo that I took while at Bude. And then you got these nice boats in the middle ground, which you'll see as I take the masking fluid off. You've got a nice sort of highlight on those boats as well. I did a little bit more painting off camera, just wanted to get a bit more sort of detail. So all I'm doing is adding some darker tones, just defining a few things here and there. So the light has changed quite a bit. I have actually got my ring light on, but just looks a bit different. It really is a nice, interesting beach to visit. You've got lots of interesting rocks, and there's quite a lot of texture to the beach. It's not a straightforward just sand and sea. So that's one of the things I really like about it. You've got all these rocks and shapes, and so there'll be quite nice sort of things to paint. So you can see the nice white of the paper for the highlights of the boats. So I'm just going in and painting. I don't want all that sort of whiteness on the paper. So I'm just going in and shaping the boats, giving just an impression of boats. But you can see how the highlights, how the masking fluid has preserved the paper. So it gives you this nice highlight. If you do want to see more of these paintings of Cornwall, then please do hit the notification bell if you are subscribed to my channel, and you'll be notified each and every time I upload another video. I'll have some really nice videos coming up. We did visit quite a few different places while we were there in Cornwall. So there's places like Fabriano, which is my absolute favourite place. Really nice little fishing harbour, lots of boats, and lots of really nice white buildings set in the hills and the cliffs. So that's something I'm really excited to do. Just more paintings of places like that. So it really is going to be nice to see this series that I'm putting together. So again, just hit the notification bell, and you'll receive those notifications whenever I upload a new video. I've switched to a smaller brush now, you can see, just to add those smaller, finer details. There's even a few people on the beach by the boats and walking through the sand. So I'm just adding these little pebbles, these little rocks, the people, and just a few sort of little final details. So you got the sun on the right hand side, like the highlights are on the right, and then we've got nice little shadows, especially from the people, going to the left. So it really is nice when you got these highlights and then shadow underneath, like the boats. It really helps give a 3-dimension to the painting, and it helps the boats to pop. So it gives a nice little focal point, somewhere nice for your eyes to look at. And then the people, it's nice to ground them to the floor, so with the shadow that connects them to the floor. Just adding final details now, and I just wanted to add a little bit more blue to the sky. It's quite pale, so I wanted to just darken, deepen the tone on the top right hand side. So just adding a bit more ultramarine to the sky, letting that soften and blend. So I wet the paper first so it's nice and soft, and let that sort of blend, so you still have a little bit of cloud formation. I think I've gone as far as I want to go with this painting, so now I'm just going to remove the tape. So I'm pulling that away from the painting, just at an angle. Just saves the paper ripping if you do have trouble removing tape. That's the best way to do it. And there we have it. I really hope you enjoyed this one. This is a second painting from Cornwall in watercolours. So I hope you like this one. Please do give us a thumbs up. Feel free to comment if you've been to Cornwall, or if you just want to comment, then please do so. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.